Hey, what's up everybody? Prentice Prime 22 here, bringing you another episode of Transformers lore. Transformers 5 is coming, which means all aboard the hype train! Even though the last 4 times we went on the hype train, we crashed and burned. Anyway, I think that the Michael Bay Transformers movies are a bit more enjoyable if you know the lore behind them, and most of the huge plot holes are amazingly smoothed over with excellent writers. Without further ado, welcome to the movie universe. It is many, many years ago. This is Cybertron, though not a Cybertron you may be too familiar with. This Cybertron is led by Lord High Protector Megatron, and society is divided between two classes: the Defense Force, led by Megatron himself, and the Science Division, led by Megatron's subordinate Optimus. As we've discussed in previous episodes, Optimus is really a descendant of Prima through the Allspark Cube, and his true name is Optimus Prime. Speaking of the Allspark Cube, the Allspark is an important artifact for Cybertronian culture, and is kept guarded safely in the Temple of Cympher. The capital city of Cybertron is Triptychon. Commander Starscream arrives on Cybertron after having been damaged by some aliens in the Hashem's Nebula. Starscream tells First Officer Ratchet that they attacked him, and that the aliens are preparing for something big, and that Cybertron needs to be able to protect the Allspark. Captain Ironhide arrives, and tells Starscream that they need to report to Megatron. The Science Division has made a great discovery, a new excavation site, LT-34. When the site was discovered due to abnormal depth readings, the Allspark sent out a pulse wave into space as a reaction, something that has only been recorded 4 times. In the Hashem's Nebula, light years away from Cybertron, the aliens have been studying Cybertron, though they are licking their wounds from when Starscream attacked them. They feel that the Allspark is calling to them. At excavation site LT-34, RC and her team of scientists discover something, and RC immediately drives off to find Optimus. Speaking of Optimus, he too is at the site with Jazz and Ratchet. Megatron arrives, and Optimus argues with Megatron as to the level of jurisdiction the military has in this affair. RC arrives, and takes the group to their discovery, a sarcophagus with a strange symbol on it. In previous episodes, we have mentioned how the Fallen founded his group of Decepticons, and then was banished into another dimension with his master Unicron. Each member of the 13 had a sarcophagi, and the Fallens had just been discovered. Just then, the aliens from the Hashem Nebula attacked Cybertron, hitting the city of Metro Titan and the Temple of Cympher. Megatron requests the sarcophagus be moved to his quarters, and then engages the enemy. The aliens are eventually defeated, and Megatron, wounded, goes home to Triptychon to the sarcophagus, where he passes out from his injuries as the sarcophagus calls to him. The sarcophagus heals him of his wounds, and the Fallen speaks to him. He will make Megatron the true ruler of Cybertron if Megatron sets the Fallen free. He also coaxes Megatron into wanting to destroy the aliens that attack Cybertron. Megatron meets with Optimus and tells him to get ready his Science Division for war. Optimus is upset by this, as this goes against everything their unit stands for. Optimus orders all members of the Science Division to meet at the excavation site. He tells the division to not go to war with Megatron, and then takes his forces to hear Megatron's speech at Triptychon. Megatron's speech is that of one preparing for war. Megatron takes flight, and with the might of Cybertron behind him, attacks the aliens in the Hashem's Nebula. While the battle rages, Optimus, Prowl, and Jazz all break into Megatron's quarters and find the sarcophagus, but as far as they are concerned, it is a normal artifact. Skyblast reports to Prowl that the battle ended in a Cybertronian victory, and that Megatron is on his way to his quarters. The scientists leave. Megatron arrives, and the Fallen tells Megatron to take over the planet and prepare for his return. The Fallen also tells Megatron that Optimus has been in there, and Megatron is enraged. At the Berthov launch site, far from Triptychon, the Science Division looks at parts from the excavation, finding that there are pieces of artifacts with the same symbol on them that is the one that is on Optimus' head. The symbol for the Dynasty of Primes. Ratchet takes this to mean that the Dynasty are real, and that Optimus may be a Prime. It is here where Cybertronians begin to call Optimus by his true name, Optimus Prime, and that name sticks. Optimus Prime and his Science Division go to the excavation, where they find that the construction drones are gone. Prowl and his unit arrive and place Optimus Prime under arrest by the name of Megatron. It is here where Prime meets one of the soldiers, Bumblebee. The group drives on, but then Starscream leads an attack on both the arrested Science Division members and the group of soldiers led by Prowl. Meanwhile, at Triptychon, Megatron unveils the Decepticon symbol and establishes the newest generation of Decepticons. However, Ironhide walks away from the crowd. At Triptychon, the Nemesis is constructed. The Fallen tells Megatron that they need the Matrix of Leadership key and the Solar Harvester to get the full power they need. The Fallen also says that the Decepticons will need the power of the Allspark Cube. The Fallen will go on to the Nemesis, but Megatron must stay on Cybertron and prepare for his return. The Autobots seek to answer the Nemesis with a ship of their own, developed from an old transport ship. Soundwave captains the Nemesis and takes his crew on launch. War on Cybertron continued as Prime's forces, calling themselves Autobots, recruit more soldiers and raid munitions and storage facilities. Much later into the progress of the war, Optimus Prime plans to get rid of the Allspark Cube, a source of much of the fighting. The Autobots fight the Decepticons at the Temple of Symphor and at Tiger Pax, and the Allspark is sent into space. Megatron follows it, but then he picks up a distress signal from the Nemesis. He goes to the ship and speaks to the Fallen, but the Fallen tells Megatron that the Allspark Cube will naturally go to where the Solar Harvester rests. The Allspark lands on Earth, and Megatron too arrives, but he freezes in the treacherous terrain of the planet.